having to leave the job, Ned was just happy to lie out back in his hammock with his dog Rusty. And Rusty's sore, tired, worn-out back. Ah, this was the life. Here's something you don't see every day. A deer giving a lady a goose. Oh, no, you didn't! Oh, yes, he did. Kids love seeing animals in their natural habitats. Unfortunately, this moose is allergic to kids, and this kid is terrified of sneezes. If Dad hadn't picked him up, Junior would have set the record for the 100-meter dash. Billy always wanted a lap dog. Instead, he got a fat dog. At least now he doesn't have to trim the shrub. Jimmy always wanted a dog, so when his parents bought him a cat, he decided to teach him to play fetch. Good boy, Rover. Unfortunately, he can only fetch really tiny slippers. There's nothing more fun than playing tag with a lamb. But when you get tagged it, you know it. No ifs, ands, or buts.
I love those PBS documentaries by Ken Sideburns. You know, like that 14-part history of dodgeball. But I'm thinking of getting all 53 DVDs of this latest series. Take a look.
History of the Mississippi Blues, Part 14.
Although Swamp Bottom Sam was always smiling on the outside, it was clear by the way he played When the Saints Go Marching In that he had the blues. Either that, or he was tone deaf. But still, that Swamp Bottom could play a mean, egg piano thingy.
My dog and cat need constant stimulation. So I broke down and bought them a giant, state-of-the-art entertainment system with all the bells and whistles. Finally, everyone was happy. They stayed up playing video games all night, while I stayed up all night making a fort out of the box it came in. There are some others who are easily amused. I got a box.
At first, it looks like this horse loves to be brushed. But really, he's laughing at a funny joke that someone wrote on the stable wall. How did the vet know the Shetland pony had a sore throat? Because he was a little horse. It's hard to figure out who's more easily amused, the kitten or the person playing footsie. The money she saved on cat toys will be offset by the amount she'll be spending on peroxide and Band-Aids once the kitten decides to use her claws. Budge wasn't about to fly south for the winter when he could play all of his favorite outdoor games in the comfort of his home. He could use an old bottle cap as a teeter-totter, a wadded-up glob of foil as a soccer ball, and a TP tube as a teepee. Puffy didn't know much about modern art, but he knew what he liked to play with. In fact, he liked it so much that it just made him feel loopy. He Even though New Year's wasn't for 3 more hours, Buster knew he'd never stay awake that long. So he decided to ring in the new year now. Hey, as far as Buster was concerned, it had to be New Year's somewhere.
My cat and I love those martial arts movies. He likes them for the action, and I enjoy them because, well, I'm just a sucker for subtitles. Here's one of our favorites. It's the DVD action fans have been waiting for. Claws of Fury, footage we found in the trash.
Claws of Fury. Footage we found in the trash.
Nothing matches the fighting skills of Kung Fu legend Bruce Lee. But during the filming of this fight scene with the yellow feather of death, Bruce did a backflip that flopped. That's Bruce's biggest blunder since making the movie Cannonball Cat 2. But don't worry, Bruce nailed it in the very next scene. That's why he's the only black cat with a black belt.
And now, let's check our NML box. Here's a letter that reads, Dear Keegs, I'm throwing a New Year's Eve bash this year, and unfortunately, I spent all my money on the soda crackers and that cheese that comes in a can. Now, I got nothing left for balloons and party hats. Still, I think my guests will have fun listening to me sing popular disco tunes, karaoke style. But is there anything else I can do to make this shindig even classier? Paul from Peoria. Well, Paul, I've thrown some pretty memorable mixers in my day, and take it from me, nothing rings in the new year like confetti. It's like a colorful snowstorm that never melts. And the good news is, you don't have to pay those party store prices when you make it the Keegan way.
Before I throw a party, I assign everyone a job. My cat makes her famous dip, I'm in charge of the punch bowl, and my dog gets confetti duty. Now the trick is to tear off larger strips and then make them smaller as you go. My dog likes to start with the business section of the Sunday paper and work his way to the funnies. He says that will ensure the proper mix. Oh, and the most important thing to remember, give it enough time for the drool to dry. Otherwise, it's like wet paper mache dropping from the ceiling. Hope that helps.
ITV2 Daytime.